Um, um, we were talking about the mindset. Typically two mindset, the carving mindset versus a nurturing mindset. So this first one, the nurturing mindset, which we are trying to teach and learn in Jamse Gasal children's community, which supports learner. So in here, the carving mindset, what we are talking about is the educators should able to see a child as a seed, which is the fundamental outlook. This is a challenge for our belief, our outlook, and a viewpoint and education we have. How educators or the parents and policymakers can see a child as a seed. For example, when we look at this apple seed, if we are trying to nurture the nurturing mindset, we are trying to educate or cultivate a nurturing mindset, our first outlook should be able to see a child as a seed. When we see child as a seed, for example, an apple seed, if we, it is a sort of visualization, meditation, or envisioning to able to see a big apple tree in this tiny seed, tiny seed. And that is a skill that we try to talk about how we can develop that. Can we see the big apple tree? And with many apples inside this tiny apple seed is the very important, first, the outlook or the understanding of nurturing mindset, which supports the learner. And this is where the Jamse's education philosophy or education practices starts from. So this is the second one I'm talking about. Let's go to the first mindset we talk about is the carving mindset. I think this is generally the most educator or parents have. Our mindset is more like a child as a log or the lifeless log. So this is a two typical fundamental outlook or mindset we have. One educator can see the child as a seed, or another educator can see a child as a log. And which I believe that the most of the educators' parents, we see our child as a log. We don't see our child as a seed. So these are two mindsets that we are talking about. Now, the carving mindsets that we see is so much, we see something as a log, and immediately that we have, it's a starting from our own ego, believing in one's own skill and ego and everything that we feel it has to impute from outside to inside. From outside to inside. It is less about the child and more about the educator. It is less about the child, it is more about the institution. That we feel everything that we have to impute, we have to curb on this child, because the child we see as a log, a lifeless log.